Are you looking for the best resin 3D printers? In this video we will look at some of the best resin 3D printers the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Anycubic Photon Mono X. The Anycubic Photon Mono X offers the best vital features per cost of any consumer-grade resin 3D printer out there. If you're looking for the best overall bang for your buck in the resin 3D printer space, the Anycubic Photon Mono X is your ticket. Though it's technically the big brother of true entry-level machines like the Elegumars 3, more on that later, Anycubic is an extremely well-known manufacturer in the space, and there are plenty of online tutorials on how to use its devices on enthusiast forums like Reddit. The Mono X's feature set is a cut above the usual suspects in the 3D printer game, especially in the build volume department. At 7.5 inches by 4.7 inches by 9.8 inches, the Mono X's build area is more than big enough for any miniature you're likely to want to build, except maybe Cthulhu. It also offers fast speeds, 4K resolution, and better Z-axis support than similar models. Its price may be several $100s more than other options, but in our opinion, the difference is more than worth it. 6.6-foot 4K plus monochrome LCD Anycubic Photon Mono 2 adopts a 6.6-inch 4K plus monochrome LCD screen with a HD resolution of 4096 by 2560, which can better restore 3D printing models and present more subtle details. The ultra-large scratch-resistant screen protector helps to prevent screen scratches and resin penetration. With up to 95% light transmittance, it can fully protect the LCD screen while ensuring printing accuracy. Larger print volume Anycubic Photon Mono 2 resin 3D printer has a printing size of 143 by 89 by 165 mm/5.6 inch x 3.5 inches by 6.5 inches, 20% larger than Photon Mono 4K. The exposure time of single-layer printing is shortened to 1.5s/3s, greatly saving your time and improving printing efficiency. Photon Mono 2 providing users with more space and freedom to create freely. Upgraded Light Turbo Matrix. The upgraded Light Turbo Matrix adopts a high-precision texturing optical lens, provides a stable and uniform parallel light source, thus effectively reducing the layer lines and eliminating grid lines. Therefore, Photon Mono 2 resin 3D printer can make the model details more vivid and make the model surface delicate and smooth. Photon Workshop Slicer 3.0. Anycubic's newly self-developed Photon Workshop 3.0 slicing software will be included with the purchased Photon Mono 2 resin printer, which is free to use permanently. It has enhanced and upgraded core features such as slicing, punching, support adding, shells extracting, and model arrangement. It also adds various features such as model repair, significantly improving the slicing efficiency and printing success rate. Number 2. Anycubic Photon Mono 4K. The Anycubic Photon Mono 4K excels at creating standard miniatures quickly and easily, and it's not hard to master. Build volume, 132mm x 80mm x 165mm. Resolution, 3840 by 2400, 4K. Printing speed, 50mm per hour. Printing accuracy, 0.01 mm. XY axis resolution, 0.035 mm. LCD, 6.23-inch mono. It might be smaller than its big brother, the Mono X, but it still packs a punch. The Mono 4K is the latest model of the Anycubic Photon, one of the original resin 3D printers. Though it's solidly in the entry-level price of $250 to $300, the Mono 4K is extremely similar to the X in terms of feature set. The 4K's great resolution and standard build volume make it a very good option for users who want to make a large number of standard miniatures without much fuss. It's quite easy to set up even for newbies, and its compact size means that it can sit on a small end table without calling a lot of attention to itself. At 50mm an hour max speed, the 4K will spit out miniatures very quickly once you get it set up, which is quite easy thanks to its online popularity. If you're an average user who wants to build an army of detailed orcs as fast as possible without breaking the bank, the Mono 4K is a great option. Out this item. 6.6-foot 4K plus monochrome LCD Anycubic Photon Mono 2 adopts a 6.6-inch 4K plus monochrome LCD screen with a HD resolution of 4096 by 2560, which can better restore 3D printing models and present more subtle details. The ultra-large scratch-resistant screen protector helps to prevent screen scratches and resin penetration. With up to 95% light transmittance, it can fully protect the LCD screen while ensuring printing accuracy. Larger print volume. Anycubic Photon Mono 2 Resin 3D printer has a printing size of 143 by 89 by 165 mm/5.6 inch x 3.5 inches by 6.5 inches, 20% larger than Photon Mono 4K. The exposure time of single-layer printing is shortened to 1.5s/3s, greatly saving your time and improving printing efficiency. Photon Mono 2 providing users with more space and freedom to create freely. Upgraded Light Turbo Matrix. The upgraded Light Turbo Matrix adopts a high-precision texturing optical lens, provides a stable and uniform parallel light source, thus effectively reducing the layer lines and eliminating grid lines. Therefore, Photon Mono 2 Resin 3D printer can make the model details more vivid and make the model surface delicate and smooth. Number 3. Elegoo Mars 3. Arguably the most famous resin 3D printer out there, the Elegoo Mars 3 is a great option for both beginners and experts alike. Build volume, 143mm x 89mm x 175mm. Resolution, 4098 by 2560, 4K. Printing speed, 15mm per hour. Printing accuracy, 0.01 mm. XY axis resolution, 0.035 mm. LCD, 6.66-inch mono. As the follow-up to arguably the most popular resin printer of the last few years, the Mars 2, the Mars 3 has big shoes to fill. In fact, if you search resin 3D printer on any search engine, the Mars 3 will probably be the first one to show up. Overall, the Mars 3 lives up to its reputation as the easiest resin printer to use out there, and it offers a robust feature set, too. The Mars 3 specs are a little bit better than its main competitor, the Mono 4K, in almost every meaningful category, especially its build volume. However, reviews suggest that it's not quite as fast as the Mono 4K over time. However, due to its popularity, you can find an absolutely ridiculous number of tutorials on Reddit and YouTube on how to use the Mars 3, and that's what gives it a slight edge in the beginner-friendly department. Overall, the Mars 3 is comparable in price to more premium resin 3D printers, but its ease of use and reputation make it a great 3D printer for beginners, especially if you're intimidated by the hobby as a whole. 7-inch 9K Mono LCD. Mars 4 boasts a 7-inch 9K Mono LCD that boasts an impressive 8520 by 4320 resolution and 18 micrometers XY resolution, enabling you to print crisp and intricate models every time with every detail of your model accurately rendered. Large build volume. The 153.36 by 77.76 by 175 mm superscript 3/6.04 x 3.06 x 6.89 inch build volume provides you with enough space for daily creations without sacrificing printing accuracy. COB light source. The Mars 4 uses a powerful COB light source that uniformly exposes the beam of 405 nanometers wavelength across the entire LCD, ensuring that your prints are consistent and accurate. Laser-carved build plate. The build plate has a laser-carved surface that provides excellent adhesion and ensures that models stick to the build plate during printing to improve the printing success rate. User-friendly UI. The 3.5-inch touchscreen comes with a model preview function and a real-time progress bar that allows you to monitor the printing process and make adjustments as needed. Number 4. Anycubic Photon M3 Max. The Anycubic Photon M3 Max is a high-end resin 3D printer that supports massive builds at a fairly reasonable price. Build volume, 300mm x 298mm x 164mm. Resolution, 6480 by 3600, 6K. Printing speed, 60mm per hour. Printing accuracy, 0.01 mm. XY axis resolution, 0.040 mm. LCD, 13.6-inch mono. If bigger is better is your favorite mantra, the Photon M3 Max might be the resin 3D printer for you. Boasting a ridiculous foot-tall build volume and better than 6K resolution, this is a machine that can print a heck of a final boss for your D&D campaign. It's also surprisingly speedy for its size, posting significantly better build times than smaller alternatives like the Mars 3 and the Photon 4K Mono. However, its size has some downsides. The Photon M3 Max weighs more than 57 pounds, it has a much larger footprint than entry-level models, and its ultra-large builds are going to cost you a small fortune in resin. Also, its rated power of 120 watts is almost double that of smaller models, so watch that electricity bill. Its price point of $1,300 is definitely a step up from other printers, but considering everything it brings to the table, it's fairly reasonable. Overall, the Photon M3 Max is a serious machine for serious hobbyists, and you probably already know if it's the right resin 3D printer for you. If you're in the market for a more newbie-friendly machine, you should look to its smaller cousins. Amazing print volume. Anycubic Photon M3 Max resin printer can print up to 13.0 inch by 11.7 inch x 6.5 inch / 30.0 by 29.8 by 16.4 centimeters. The superior print volume can satisfy your creativity for large models and printing more models at once. Higher printing efficiency. 7K high resolution. The large Photon M3 Max resin 3D printer 7K UV LCD screen has a super high resolution, 6480 by 3600 pixels. The screen contrast ratio is as high as 450:1. Print models with sharper details around edges and corners, improving print quality and success. 13.6-inch screen and protective film. Anycubic Photon M3 Max large resin printer has a 13.6 oversized LCD screen. Achieve freedom of creation. Adds a replaceable anti-scratch film. Comes with a protective film to effectively prevent liquids from leaking to the LCD screen. Fast printing and powerful light source. The 3D printer fastest printing speed reaches 60 mm per hour, and it only takes 2 hours to print a 12 cm model. Matrix LED lamp beads will provide strong light energy, enabling high-speed printing. Automatic resin feeding. Anycubic Photon M3 Max Smart Resin Filling. New features live. Helps resin intelligent filling and intelligent stopping after enough. And the 3D resin printer laser engraving platform has strong adhesion, which greatly improves the printing success rate. Number 5. Creality Halot 1. The Creality Halot 1 is the perfect starter machine for price-conscious customers who want to try out a new hobby. Build volume, 130 mm x 82 mm x 160 mm. Resolution, 2560 by 1620, 2K. Printing speed, 1 to 4 seconds per layer. Printing accuracy, 0.01 mm. XY axis resolution, 0.050 mm. LCD, 5-inch monitor can get better features for $100 plus more. When you consider that even the cheapest 3D printers cost $400 to $500 only a few years ago, the $200 price tag of the Creality Halot 1 is pretty staggering to consider. But while it's definitely a budget model, the Halot 1 has a robust feature set that's perfect for fresh hobbyists or beginners looking to cut their teeth in the 3D printing game. Its 2K resolution is more than enough for most projects, and its standard build volume can fit a standard miniature. It's not the biggest or the fastest, but for many users, the price probably matters more. The main argument against the Halot 1 is that you can get 4K resolution and significantly faster speed from a Mars 3 or Mono 4K for around $100 to $150 more. However, that might be the difference in purchasing a resin printer or not if you're on a tight budget, so it's ultimately up to you to decide whether those features are worth it to you. The Halot 1 is a nice little machine, and its price can't be beaten. For many budding hobbyists, it's a great place to start. 170 mm per hour hyper-speed printing. The maximum printing speed of HalotMage Pro has reached an astonishing 170 mm per hour, which is 3 to 5 times faster than other conventional resin 3D printers, and the quality of the model is still delicate and reliable. The model is completed in one play, faster and more efficient. Dynax system and ultra-steady Z-axis. Creality HalotMage Pro 8K resin printer has 2 modes, which are normal mode and Dynax mode. When using Dynax printing mode, it only takes 1.2 seconds for the printing platform to rise and fall smoothly for each layer of printing. And the model surface is delicate. The Z-axis of HalotMage Pro features dual rigid linear rails and is driven up and down by a powerful motor. It reduces wobbling vastly and deals well with larger and heavier prints. 0.3-foot 8K ultra-high-precision LCD screen. The HalotMage Pro 3D resin printer adopts 8K monochrome LCD brags 33,177,600 pixels and 29.7 micrometers XY resolution, a huge leap from the 50 micrometers of regular 4K. Hair, fabric, skin textures, and organic shapes all come to life. A larger 10.3-inch LCD screen for a 228x128x230mm/8.97x5.03x9.05-inch build volume, about 45% larger than an 8.9 resin printer, which leaves sufficient printing space and freedom for you to make any shapes of 3D models. Integral light source and faster curing. The Creality HalotMage Pro Resin 3D printer features a self-developed integrated light source with a light intensity of 8000 μW/cm superscript 2. 90% plus light uniformity, promising consistent quality regardless of where the print is placed on the build plate. Curing each layer only takes 1 second with standard 405 nanometers resin, significantly boosting printing efficiency. It creates smooth surfaces and crisp contours. Unique orange Magearch flip lid. The HalotMage Pro features a distinctive orange Magearch flip lid design that can be easily opened and closed with one hand, eliminating the need to set it aside. The transparent cover effectively blocks 99.89% of ambient UV light, providing minimal interference. This feature ensures the printer is safe and convenient for beginners and kids. Game-changing smart resin pump. The HalotMage Pro is equipped with an automatic resin fill and withdrawal system. It has the capability to refill or recover 1 liter of resin in just 30 minutes, significantly reducing the need for manual handling. This feature minimizes the occurrence of splashes and stains, resulting in a cleaner and more efficient resin printing experience. The feeding tube is free to stick into any container. Smart Air Purifier. The HalotMage Pro is powered and controlled by the printer, featuring a replaceable activated carbon filter 5.8 times larger than others. It effectively absorbs resin odor and is equipped with a vent hole at the back for connecting a vent tube. Creality Official Service. Creality provides 12-month after-sales service for the Creality 3D printer. If you have any questions or need support about the product, please contact me via Amazon. We will respond within 24 hours.